Hard, really hard.
Too sad.
It was pretty crazy. Hi, I'm Kenkichi Brennan and I am a South African Kendoka. I'm currently knee done. I have represented South Africa in Kendo at World Kendo Championships and multiple times at European Kendo Championships. I'm going to be taking you on this journey with me and showing you firsthand from my perspective what it's like to be a national team Kendoka and sharing my training, preparation, and my experiences along the way. After arriving in Budapest, we got set up at our hostel and we went for an early lunch at my favorite place, Taipei Wok, which is absolutely incredible. I look forward to going to Taipei Wok every single year. Then got some work done for the rest of the day. We couldn't sleep later that night, so we went on an adventure to find an escape room and got a chance to walk through the city and just take in all the sights. So day 2, pretty much worked the entire day. Had tons of FOMO because everybody else got to go out sightseeing and hiking and just pretty much getting the best of Budapest. That night, we got to train at Budapest Phonics. At Budapest Phonics, they have a huge dojo of kids and a very small portion of it is adults. So the class was split. Our juniors went over to train with the kids and the juniors, and then myself and Terry and some of the other adults went to train on the other side with the adults at Budapest Phonics. And they were kind enough to let Terry take the class. So that was pretty cool. It is always such a pleasure to visit Budapest Phonics and see such a massive dojo of kids, and all of them are so passionate about Kendo and they just love Kendo so much. I remember last year when I was in Budapest, I got to keiko with this kid, David Krisby, and between last year and this year, he has grown so much in Kendo, and it's so amazing to be sort of going back and getting a checkpoint and seeing how much people have grown, especially the young people. And David and I actually get to fight later on at the National Team Gathering, which was also so cool, and it was such an awesome fight. So it was awesome to see him again and to see how I really need to pick up my training because some of these juniors are really starting to look scary already.
Too sad.
Overall, I think it's just crazy how strong these kids are, and I don't know, I'm feeling just like not good at Kendo right now. I don't know if I'm just really tired from the whole seminar week in Malta, but today I just felt like I couldn't hit Ippon at all.
You know, like in other sports, when they do like suicides, like you run to one line, run back, run to another, run back. So we did that with different types of footwork, like suriashi and fumikomi. Surprisingly, it really tires you out more than you think. I think in South Africa we can make the training with children different because they recover a lot faster. And when we do for adults, like the children are long recovered and they're just standing there. So I think we should try up the pace in South Africa, make it crazier.
Day 3, worked the whole day, and then in the evening, Budapest Phonics again. We got to see some of the games that they play with the kids. They had a really awesome game of dodgeball, which is how they started the training session. Tibor Sensei asked me to do a footwork class with the kids, which was really fun. And with kids, you just got to make them do tons and tons and tons of footwork. So I hope that they were really tired and they learned something after the session. Afterwards, we went for drinks at a local spot with Tibor Sensei, which was really awesome.
This is what it sounds like when you're in a hotel room or hostel with kendoka. It's just the sound of massage guns. But you're brain rotting instead of watching Kendo. Actually, that's what you said you needed to do to feel better, was go Kendo Information Channel. Charles said that he's been feeling a bit, I don't know, he's been on his B game, and the only thing that's gonna help him get back to his A game is watching some Kendo. But instead he's sitting and brain rotting.
Day 4, more work. We got to have lunch at Taipei Wok, and honestly I could have eaten there every day, but the team was starting to get a little bit tired of Taipei Wok. That evening we were supposed to train at Magyar Japan Kendo Club, but there was a bomb threat at the school where they trained, so we actually weren't able to go and train. Luckily there was no bomb and nobody was actually hurt. That night my good friend Marisha invited us and the team to have traditional langosh in Budapest, and according to our Uber driver it was the best langosh restaurant in Budapest. And I can definitely believe it because it was incredible. We took a short walk to see the Basilica, which was absolutely breathtaking. We then went to the Wine Mafia, which was a really cool wine bar. Everybody had such a good time. After Marisha left, we then went to an Irish pub, which was just outside of our hostel. And the team had a few pints and also a few shots of Unicum, which I guess some people like. I don't think the team liked it very much, but they drink it every time we're in Budapest. After we got home, Chrissy was still keen to go out some more. We didn't know that Charles wanted to come with, so he ended up sprinting and running to catch up to us. So we went over to the Notes pub, which was also just down the road. They had live music and a really cool atmosphere. So Friday morning we got to have breakfast with Marisha, and then we went on a little bit of a walking tour. By the way, I think Marisha, we owe you for being such a fantastic tour guide in Budapest. We got to see the Parliament building. We also went out for chimney cake afterwards, and Chrissy and I found a really cool little vegan dessert spot around the corner which did tons of traditional Hungarian desserts but in vegan form. Later that night was finally the Budapest Keiko, which is absolutely incredible. Budapest Phonics has a huge hall, and every time we do the Budapest Keiko there are just tons and tons and tons of people there. Many of the national teams are usually there, plus other people from all around Budapest. All of the IBU students were there, as well as their coach, who I was absolutely so excited to see. My keiko with the coach from IBU was absolutely incredible. I felt like my kendo had improved just by having that keiko with him and getting to watch his kendo. It was absolutely amazing to see. I then also got to have a great keiko with Marisha, which I always look forward to every year when we do get a chance to meet up and do some keiko together. I think the keiko must have been like 15 minutes. I was pretty exhausted, to be honest. She didn't seem tired at all, but it was really a lot of fun and really insightful for me.
It was pretty crazy. The Ibu coach, when I saw him, I was like,
because I think I just watched a YouTube documentary on him, and was just watching his kendo, and then when I saw him there, I was like, whoa, that's so cool. So yeah, I mean, really feeling maybe 80-90% now, just like psyched, body's feeling good, had some good keiko. So I mean, you don't really get feedback at these things, especially because it's before a competition, so people won't really give you feedback. But yeah, I fought like 1 or 2 of the Ibu students and then the coach, and got to fight Borna Barn for the first time in like 3 years, so that was amazing. He was still too strong for me. I got to fight Milosevic. Last time I fought him, I had to fight him like this because I had the lacerations on my arm with bamboo. So I had to fight him like this, and it was obviously he destroyed me. And now with 2 arms, he destroyed me again. So yeah, it was good, really, really good.
We should use this on the Ippon reel. Today we are on the way to the Budapest National Team Gathering, and we're feeling very pumped after last night. Feel like peaked now, like went up and down over the last 3 weeks, and today feeling really strong, feeling really confident, feeling really good. Boys are feeling good, I think. How are you feeling, Brendan?
Awesome. It's good, man.
Yeah. Mel, you feeling good? Yeah. Charles?
Okay.
Mitch? Okay. Mitch is feeling good. Yeah, that's it. So we're just gonna go and get 1 million Ippon. 1 million. 1 million Ippon.
Kill. Jordan, please.
Yeah. So first fight of the day, we fight Spain, and I fight in the Sempo position. I fight Midi, and he's really tall and also super experienced. I was definitely really stiff in this fight. I was kind of struggling to find my groove. He ended up scoring a men. I was trying to lure him in for a kaishido, didn't work out. And then again, he scored another men on me. This was not my best fight, but some really great ippon from him, and I learned a lot. My second fight, we fought one of the Hungarian teams, and I got a chance to fight David, which was really a lot of fun. He was giving me a pretty hard time in the Jikeiko at Budapest Phonics, to be honest. The fight was really close, and he scores a really, really nice kaishido on me. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm in the Chukin position. I really want to make sure that I can turn this match around or at least grab the draw. So I put on a lot more pressure, pushing harder, and I managed to just score a men against him. I was really happy with this point. I really liked the build-up. The match ended in a draw, which was, I think, really good for the position I was playing. I would have loved to have had another 2 or 3 minutes in this match because honestly, I was enjoying it so much. Third match, Lorenk from Poland, and this was a really tough match for me. We knew that Poland was going to be strong. I know that Lorenk did really well at WKC, so I was really excited to fight him. He was really such a tough opponent and pushed really hard. He managed to find 2 kote opportunities against me. which honestly was super nice kote. And yeah, gotta say I really did learn a lot from that fight. Fourth fight, Croatia, and I get to fight Borna Barn. A couple of years ago, I think I must have been maybe just short done, maybe like 3 years in Kendo or something like that. I got to visit Borna at his dojo in Zagreb, and it was really kind of like a key point in my Kendo career because it was just so enjoyable to see his fighting, and he really just kind of beat me up, and it felt like there was nothing I could do in that Jikeko. So getting to fight him again, I think something like, 2 or 3 years later, was really cool. It was great as a kind of the next checkpoint in my Kendo career. I was really excited for this fight. There was a bit of back and forth. I managed to apply, quite a bit of pressure to him, but he was so patient and he just waited for me to make a mistake. And I did. I went and I made 2 nice big mistakes, and he scored some really nice ippon on me. But I really hope to get the chance to fight him again someday soon.
Okay, thoughts on the matches?
Hard, really hard. But I'm really happy. I think after every match I actually fought better. And that last match with Borna was just like amazing. I obviously just got destroyed, but like I think there were a lot of moments where I won in other ways, So yeah, it's good. I think all the guys are also fighting better and better every match. And I mean, can't really ask for more. We're gonna have like 10 more fights with really strong guys, so I'm just stoked. Yeah. It's good.
Fifth fight, we fight Austria. I had spent some time in Austria in the past, but never gotten a chance to fight the national team, so I was really excited. I fought Zeg, who must have been about 7 foot tall, possibly taller. It felt like I was fighting an actual giant. The match was really cool. It's always really fun to fight guys that are so much taller than you. You have to kind of approach it a little bit differently. But in the end, he goes for men, and I managed to score kai shido. I think I had a little bit of disbelief in my cut, and I didn't actually finish my zanshin correctly. We both kind of looked around at the shimpan afterwards. I think we both thought he had scored the men. I really felt a strong contact. I didn't realize he'd done men, and I thought that he'd made contact on the first men, but I kai shido just as he'd done that, and then the second man made a really strong contact on my men afterwards. But yeah, then I just kind of try to hold him and not take too many risks, and I managed to pull the win for that match. Sixth fight, we fight Sweden. My opponent is Golfin Volhoth. Probably not pronouncing that correctly, my apologies. This fight was really a lot of fun. The Swedish national team are really quite pushy in Super Serie A, and they will definitely try and thump you and put you on the ground if they can, so you really have to hold your ground. We had like a really awesome moment where we were both pressuring, and neither of us wanted to step back, but neither of us wanted to cut either, and we just ended up going straight into both just doing semi until we both kind of got to the ski dare, and that was a really cool moment. I enjoyed that. He then scores a really nice kote on me, and then the match kind of ends shortly after that. Next up, seventh fight, Slovenia. I fight Lehockski. This fight was really kind of funny and interesting. He steps in and actually just does a big man, and I tried to do a debana kote. I was kind of caught a little bit off guard by this move. Really was not expecting it, and he just scores kind of like this beautiful big suriashi men, and that was really quite impressive. So after that, I had to definitely come back. I managed to pick up a nice men, and then also later on I got to score a pretty decent debana kote, and yeah, so I managed to pull the match back. It always feels good to win a match after going down by 1 point. Final match of the day, 8th match, is against Ibu, and I fight Sugawara, who is the Jordan player, and he's big, he's strong, and honestly, he was pretty scary. He managed to push me up the Shiajo just with his pressure. I was pretty annoyed with myself that I let that happen. I kind of did my best. I can't really say that I've ever fought a Jordan player at that level, except for Hinano Sensei at the seminar. He was really a beast. I kind of did my best. Maybe I had one close ippon. I went for men, but there wasn't really anything that I was able to pull out of him in this match. But really, he was a strong fighter.
Some ups, some downs. Lots of downs for all of us. And we just have to keep improving, right? Have to keep thinking about it. And we got a whole extra day left. Okay? Unpack. Think about what you want to try to do tomorrow. Think about if your mindset was enough for you today. And let's see what we can do to get to it tomorrow.
After the competition, everybody was pretty keen to go out and do a bit of a sayonara party. Usually, many of the team members and many of the other teams go out and to a club and just kind of hang out, have drinks. And we went last year, it was a lot of fun, but I was absolutely exhausted. So this year, I really didn't want to go out. I told everybody I'm not going out, but Brendan managed to convince me.
You want to go, Mal? Yeah, let's. See? Marlon said we're going, so we're going.
It's late and I'm tired. I've been fighting the whole day. Look at my feet. Look how shit they look underneath. Look at them, they're gross.
You haven't danced on them yet.
I'm not dancing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not standing.
And we said we'd go a little bit earlier, which turned out to be a pretty big mistake. I think we went around 10 or maybe 11, and the club was pretty much dead. We were almost the only people that were there. So I think the party really only got started much later. But, you know, we had some drinks, we walked around, we got some food, and it was still a nice night out. Day 2 and fight number 9. We get to fight our first match of the day against Ibu, and I get to fight Sugawara again. And this was really cool. So I went in with a completely different mindset. I felt like I was a little bit too cautious in my previous match against him. So as they said Hajime, I just wanted to step in and try and go Suriage men because I felt like he was going to go as well. I was honestly just too slow. The Suriage was too big and he just scored a man on me instantly. Afterwards, I kind of walked back to the start line and I'm trying to fix my Suriage on the way, which I probably shouldn't be doing mid-match, but anyway. I get a pretty close Hikimen. It was just a little bit short, just on the Mengane, but I tried to just zanshin it out and I ended up getting Hansoku because I ran all the way out of the Shiajo. But I just thought, oh man, if I could just show a little bit more zanshin, maybe they'll give me this ippon, but sadly they didn't. He then scores 2 really nice ippon against me, and yeah, I managed to lose to him again, but still a great match, and it was cool to fight the same opponent the next day with a different approach. Match number 10. Sadly, the Ukrainian men's team was not able to make it to the event this year. I believe they had some trouble at the border, so we would have fought the Ukrainian men's team, but we instead fought a mixed team which was made up of 1 British team member and then the rest of the guys were Romanian. My opponent was Metse. At this point, I was really starting to feel it, like the mental fatigue was really starting to set in, so I don't think I really gave this my best match and my best effort. But nonetheless, I managed to score just 1 men and ended the match. Final match of the day and final match of the competition. match number 11. We fight Romania. I fight Shine. This match was pretty cool. It was the final match, so I really wanted to try and pull out some good ippon. There was some good back and forth, some good pressure. I score a hikimen, which I really liked. I liked the timing that I was able to score the hikimen with. And then finally I score a kotemen. And yeah, it felt good to end the day and end the competition on a win for myself at least. And to go home with, 3 ippon at least on that day. We got a couple ippon the day before. And yeah, it was really just a fantastic end to the competition. So I think the Budapest National Team Gathering has really elevated my kendo, and it's honestly just such a privilege for me to get to fight so many different opponents from all around the world. And I'm so grateful to all of my opponents, because really everybody gives it their hardest. And some guys are really trying to kill you out there, some guys are really just trying to get that ippon, and the intensity is so high even though there's nothing at stake. So I really always appreciate that from my opponents at this event. And I'm really looking forward to the next one. I hope I can go again. And I'm really proud of the kendo that I managed to achieve over these 2 days. If you're a fan of this content, please like and subscribe.